I was in the area of, I want to say Brom, if that sounds familiar to you. It's right
Brum,
outside of, what is
yeah,
it?
Bromfontein.
Okay, yeah, I think that's it. I
Hmm.
think. I'm not sure, but it was outside of the airport, and
Yeah.
in like 15 minutes. And I was able to go to the mall that was in their area, and I was like, "Oh, this is impressive," you know. And it's kind of, again, reminds me of Atlanta. It's kind of like wherever you settle, right?
Hmm.
You don't necessarily have to leave that area. Like
Yeah.
everything is right there for you. And in Georgia's the same way. You could live in Atlanta, you could live in Marietta. Everything you need is right in those areas, so you really don't have to go anywhere unless you want to. And
Hmm.
I was like, okay, that's when it started clicking. Like, this reminds me of Georgia. And I was impressed by the malls. I said, okay, you can do a little clothes shopping. You can go here and go to Checkers and do a little grocery shopping. You can carry your carts all across. I was like, this is good. This is good. And instantly, I was just like sold. And then I started exploring, and I said, okay, I actually moved closer to Santon. Um, and I was right outside. I was over by Melrose, is where I
Oh,
was,
okay.
at an Airbnb there. And I stayed there for really the rest of my time. So I was able to explore a lot more around, going into Rosebank and Santon City, and just things like that, and exploring. And like I said, I was sold.
Excellent,
Okay.
excellent.
Okay.
Well, I really, because I can't stop talking about it. And I can't stop talking about it. I mean, when I see things on YouTube in South Africa, I stop. I click on it instantly, see what's going on. I'm watching the news. You think I was there, honestly. You think I was
Yeah.
living there right now because I'm sitting there watching South Africa news, and I just, it just puts me in a happy place. It put me at peace. I was relaxed. The people were so very nice. Um, I had the Uber drivers; they were also nice, and of course, they were like, "Oh, you're from America," and it's like, "Yeah," and it's like, "Oh, why South Africa?" I'm like, "Why not?" And I said, "Don't believe the hype," you know what I mean? So, you know, I just met a lot of really nice people along my travel, and when I was speaking to my daughter, and I was impressed about the young people that were there, as well, the young professionals and things, and what they're doing. And my daughter is 32, and so I was just, and she's well traveled. I mean, she's traveled a lot. And I was just like, South Africa is just it. You know what I mean? It has a vibe. It's good for everybody, but there's just opportunity. You know what I mean? So I couldn't stop talking about